Welcome to the Business Miracles Podcast. I'm Heather Dominick, founder of BusinessMiracles.com. Since 2010, I've been training highly sensitive entrepreneurs and leaders from around the globe to work less while making more impact and income by doing things differently. I'm so glad you've joined me. Listen in and get ready for a shift in the way you view yourself, your work, your life. A Business Miracle. This is A Course in Business Miracles podcast, episode 146, Attachment Styles. Join me as I share what's really needed to make the journey from anxious to secure. In this episode, you'll learn how to manage and communicate your emotions and needs honestly, openly, and with empathy, so you can create an experience of trust and mutuality for yourself and others. Change the pattern, do it differently. Courage of conviction. Let's look at some definitions, shall we? The definition of courage: the ability to do something that frightens oneself. Second definition, strength in the face of pain or grief. So again, the definition of courage: the ability to do something that frightens oneself, and strength in the face of pain or grief. Definition of conviction: a firmly held belief or opinion. And I'll share that again, a firmly held belief or opinion. How about the opposite definitions, the antonyms? Is that a word you haven't heard in a while? This is a throwback, just a reminder. I used to be a high school English and drama teacher. The opposite definitions, the opposite of courage: cowardice, lack of purpose. Ouch. Again, the opposite of courage: cowardice, lack of purpose. The opposite of conviction: doubt. The definition: disbelief. Courage of conviction, cowardice, and doubt. Which do you choose? For those of us who are schooled in our highly sensitive leadership training tracks, you know that I teach the process of transformation as Ayuk: awareness, understanding, and knowing. And that the longest journey is between the head and the heart, or between understanding and knowing. And that journey is made up of choices and actions, and choices and actions. So which do you choose? Courage of conviction is a conscious practice of choice. It's a conscious practice of choice through the awareness of our attachment style. Please write that down. A conscious practice of choice through awareness of our attachment style. When we are in the anxious, preoccupied attachment style, we require an ongoing sense of reassurance. We experience rumination about unresolved past issues from family of origin, all the way to present perceptions and relationships, re-experiencing past trauma in the current experience of fear and hurt and anger and rejection. We are overly sensitive to others' actions and moods. We take others' behaviors too personally, and we can be highly emotional, argumentative, combative, angry, explosive, erratical. And a secure, autonomous attachment style is an experience of trust and empathy, able to be tolerant of differences, including the differences of those people that you live with, forgiving, easily able to communicate emotions and needs honestly and openly, manages emotions, aka energy, well, insights, resolutions, and forgiveness about past relationships, issues, and hurts are an eager and welcomed experience. When we are untrained as a highly sensitive, we tend to be anxious as our attachment style. When we are trained as a high functioning, highly sensitive, we are secure in our attachment style. Anxious is cowardice and doubt. Secure is courage and conviction. Please write that down. How do we practice the journey between the head and the heart? The journey between understanding and knowing? The journey between anxious and secure? We practice by using the tools that we teach here in the highly sensitive leadership training programs, the tools that are within your training track curriculum, and the ask. So please write that down. How do we practice? The tools and the ask. Write these questions down. Where am I feeling stuck right now? Emotionally and practically. And or, where am I feeling stuck right now? Emotionally and or practically. Next question. What would change if I asked for support? What would change if I asked for support? Third question. How am I meant to ask for support? How am I meant to ask for support? I'll share all three again. Where am I feeling stuck right now, emotionally and or practically? What would change if I asked for support? And how am I meant to ask for support? In the 80%er world, the non-highly sensitives, in the socialized world, asking for support is a sign of insecurity. Yet it is the ability to ask for support, as referenced in the attachment styles, that is an act of essential self-security. As with anything and everything, the Business Miracles community and the highly sensitive leadership training programs have been intentionally designed and are intentionally and consistently being up-leveled to support the transformational process for highly sensitives from anxious to secure, including giving you the safe space to bring any ask forward at any time, using the forum, using weekly training roundtables, using coaching calls, using private mentor calls. And if you don't have a coaching call or a private mentor call already built into your particular highly sensitive leadership training program, you have the ability to add one at any time. You have the ability to practice investing in yourself and breaking the pattern of scarcity and investing in your ability to handle accelerated change, because that is what will come from asking for support. You have at your disposal a highly sensitive coaching team consistently trained to serve HSEs and HSLs. They are standing by. So why wouldn't you ask for support? You wouldn't ask for support because of your commitment, though most likely unconscious, your commitment to anxious attachment style, to disbelief, to cowardice, to coping, and to shadows. Because not taking action is just as much of a commitment as taking action. Please write that down. So why wouldn't you ask? Commitment to anxious, disbelief, cowardice, coping, and shadows. Because not taking action is just as much of a commitment as taking action. And why would you ask? Because of a commitment to your essential self security, belief, courage, creativity, and strength. And no right or wrong or judgment, definitely not from me, for sure. But it is an opportunity to choose. Do you want to continue to feed and fuel the habits and ways of behaving that you've engaged in up until now, or do you want to change them? And if you want to change them, then you need to ask for support. You know, we're pretty good as a team because I train the team to really know and understand what it is to, serve and support highly sensitive entrepreneurs in a transformative process. But we're very intuitive and we're psychic to some degree, and we can't do the work for you. But the minute we know what you need, we will do anything and everything in our power and our ability to support you. So then it comes back to the question, which is, well, why wouldn't you ask? You are not alone. It is not you against the world. And it is not all up to you. And it doesn't need to all be done by you. Change the pattern. Do it differently.
Thank you for being a part of this Business Miracles podcast episode and for beginning to dip your toe into the journey of highly sensitive leadership training. If you are ready to truly use your sensitivities as strengths in all parts of your work and life, I invite you to connect for a one-on-one chat. You will experience being deeply listened to, and together we'll get a sense of whether the highly sensitive leadership training programs are the best next step for you and your highly sensitive journey at this time. Just go to www.claritycall.com to schedule a conversation. We so look forward to connecting with you. Talk to you soon.